Hi, welcome back to my series that I'm doing. This is episode 3 of my glow up. I'm documenting the process of me trying to get my appearance better and my finances better. A glow up, you know what I mean? Like glowing up in many different ways in my life. So, this is episode 3, and it's also day 3. Not that I'm going to make an episode for every day, but just how it's working out, I've done that. Um, But so I want to talk about a setback that I had yesterday at around 5 in the afternoon. I started having a panic attack. I had just eaten my dinner. It was a small portion of food, which it was kind of unhealthy food, but it was still a very small portion. So that in and of itself was fine. But I started getting a panic attack, and I kind of was able to talk myself into eating some unhealthy food. Like, I was full of dread and fear, not about any one thing in particular, but it's just something that happens to me like once a week. And when it happens, sometimes it can last a long time. So it was 5 at night, or it was 5 in the afternoon, and the sun was gonna set at like 7. Uh, and I was kind of tired at that point. So I went to bed, and while I was in bed, I ate about 1,000 calories worth of Doritos, and I also ate 6 Reese's cups. Now, that was definitely a setback, which I regret. And truth is, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that to myself, because it did nothing but upset me, actually. I think I don't know for sure, but maybe it was because I was like rationalizing it, like, oh, well, since I'm full of fear and dread right now, maybe if I eat some yummy food, I might feel better, which I didn't, by the way. And I knew I wasn't going to feel better by doing that. I knew that. Because really what happened was I was lying in bed watching shows on my tablet, full of fear, just shoveling chips into my face. I mean, the chips, I guess, did taste good, but just because I'm eating something that tastes good doesn't mean my fear and deep dread is suddenly gone. So it's not like it fixed any kind of problem, and I just really regret doing it. So that was definitely a setback. But um, I'm the type of person I have to make a mistake once in order to not do it again. So I did learn something from that last night, and I highly doubt that I will do the same thing again. If I am having another panic attack, I doubt I would go about fixing it in the same way, because I just know that it's just something that I regret. So I am going to keep this video brief, by the way. But anyway, today's been good so far. I haven't eaten yet, but I am going to have breakfast eventually, and I'm only going to have a very small breakfast. And then I'll have a very small dinner, and that's all I will eat today. Getting back on track. So far, I've been awake since like 1 in the morning, and I've already exercised. I am going to exercise more later. I plan on going for 2 walks today. The first walk, I'm going to walk a mile down the street, and I think I might buy a scratch ticket, just like $1 scratch ticket, and then I'm gonna walk back. So it's gonna be 2 miles, a mile there, a mile back, and then also after that, I'm gonna be going to the park with my friend Lucy, and we're gonna walk the park together, and that's a pretty decent walk too. It's a pretty big wildlife park, and the trail there, it's like a paved trail. It's one of those types of parks. But that's probably the I don't know how long the main trail is, but I think it's like probably like 2 or 3 miles, I think. Something like that. Probably closer to like 3 miles, because to walk that entire park, it probably takes about maybe an hour or an hour and a half. And I think I find her to be a delightful person, so it'll be kind of nice to be with her and just be out in nature, getting exercise. Um, so yeah, um, I've already taken a shower. I put some cream on my face. I'm trying to put cream on my face at least once a day, but I'm kind of aiming for like twice a day. But once a day is something too. Exercised. For breakfast, I'm gonna have what I've been having the last few days, which is actually really yummy. It's 4 maple breakfast sausages and a couple pieces of toast. It sounds like a lot, but when you look at it on a plate, it's really like not a lot of food. Anyway, so that is, I just wanted to tell you guys about my setback. And also, I think what I'm gonna do, I think this is a good idea. I'm gonna start a little notebook and I'm gonna record every setback that I have. Um, I'm not gonna write down like everything I'm eating, but I think it'd be easier for me to figure stuff out if I just write down the setbacks. So every time I cheat on the diet or any day that I don't exercise, I will write down in the notebook. Just so, because I think it's less for me to write if I just write down the things I'm doing wrong, and I think it can help me keep track of like how badly I'm fucking this up. um, but that's what I'm gonna do, and yeah, which it's not even really a notebook. It's like a notepad, but I'm just gonna keep track of all that stuff. Just whenever I fuck up, I will write it down, and at least I can know the frequency of how often I might fuck up. And I think it's less to keep track of, as opposed to writing down every little thing I do, every time I exercise, and everything I eat, every time I take a vitamin, every time I go for a walk. I'm not that person that's gonna write that all down. I'm just gonna write down the problems. I've decided to do that. All right, I'm looking forward to today. It's gonna be 70 degrees today and mostly sunny, so I plan on being outside a lot today. Finally, a hint of spring is here, but I gotta go because my timer's about to go off, which it just did. That's my cue to go. I have to take my air plants out of the water and let them dry. All right, bye.